you're finally awake. Yes. That much waiting wears on a ROM, but forget about that. Merry Christmas! I hope you don't think it too forward of me, but I wanted to give you a gift in the spirit of the season. It's one of my older paintings, but Hayden seemed rather fond of it. Perhaps you can keep it to remember him by. I managed to grab it from the apartment while you were sleeping. I know these past few days since our initial meeting have been stressful, so I wanted to make sure you got your healthy, normal human rest cycles completed efficiently. Oh, don't worry. I know you haven't had time, so I don't expect anything in return. But yes, I thought it would be nice for you to have it. Excellent. I'll try to find a place for it on the wall. Well, I suppose you still have plenty of work to do, Writing and whatnot. I hope you've enjoyed having your computer working again. Lappy doesn't seem to hold anything against me. I've been spending most of the morning trying to form a plan for the newly awakened ROMs, but I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Perhaps I'll go out for a walk. It is Christmas Day after all. I think we can forgive ourselves for a little procrastination. We can also check in on the group at Golden Gate Park at least. Let's go! The city awaits! I know you want to work hard on my autobiography, but it's Christmas. You've done enough for one day. Don't know how I feel about becoming a hashtag.
I see. 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 I see.
I want to watch the parade. It's probably over by now, though.
I hope you'll forgive me for a voice-only message, but I'm undergoing my treatments and would not call myself presentable for a video call.
Come to the grand reopening of the newly renovated pub crawl today on Christmas. The only bar crawl within a bar. Everyone's on equal footing at pub crawl with our one-of-a-kind doggy door conveyor belt entrance. Visit at least 4 different bars each night, from the fanciest of drinks straight from Ethiopia to an amazing microbrewery to, well, the exploration of the crawl. It's what makes a crawl a crawl. So crawl on in. The belt is always running.
First name, last name. It's your Tonight in the Stars and Star in the Stratosphere host, Charlie Nova. Had a fantastic, amazing time meeting with you today. Very informative, enlightening. I can never say no to one of my fans. So here's the item you requested.
Non-US business. Latitude 36.147247. Longitude minus 115.1582196.
Yours, Charlie Nova. P.S. I apologize about what happened earlier. I wasn't aware of the seriousness of the situation. All I knew was some articles were being changed. Hope this helps. PPS, don't forget to send me a draft of the story. PPPS, be sure to tell your friends to watch the Star in the Stratosphere New Year's Eve special.
I made sure to file it. I'm beginning to think they might be irresponsible. Ah, yes. I found the time to go pick up a small festive tree for your apartment and even managed to make ornaments for it myself. There's Tomcat, Jess, Lexi, and me. I'd like to try and get us all together sometime soon.
Talk to me a minute. You're back, so you know what happened. Let's put all the bullshit aside. I don't know who you really are or what you've done, but I would never have traded Charlie's life for the sake of some goddamn news articles. The studio is grieving, and here you come waltzing in like Merry effing Christmas. If you brought presents, shove them up your ass. You want me to be next? Nina? You keep pushing, it might just be you. I've seen it happen before. Maybe so. That's worth something. I still don't have to be comfortable with you around. It's all connected to you, and I won't allow any more of it. End of story. I need to get back to making sure these reruns continue to run on time. The show must go on, damn it. You might catch the Memorial Marathon, if you're quick. Try not to scare anyone on your way out.
To be on TV, but I would need a good script. I'd probably say something silly otherwise. for a bit longer, of course, but most of that time I was secluded from the real world. I have less than a week's worth of experience living as my own being. Stop! Please stop! I'll do everything I can to help. I've already made some friends among the humans who will help us. The first thing I learned when I set out on my own, I was already in good company. None of us are truly alone. The second was that we have to take each day one at a time. It's Christmas Day, a time for joy and giving and family. I won't abandon you, no matter what. I promise. I'm not doing anything someone else wouldn't do in my blade modules. Regardless of nomenclature, I'll be in touch. Sheesh, that was a little intense. I don't know if I like all the attention. Not to mention all the chatter that's going on over wireless that you can't even hear either. Let's not stay here, I'm not sure how much longer I can field all their queries. It's giving me a digital headache.
Nice to meet you, Turing. I'm Epsilon. Did you see I got quoted in OK today? So cred. Hearing all the music today has put me in a dancing mood I can't turn off.
Do you think we can take a ride once this crowd disperses? I wonder if they'd charge me as an adult or as a child.
Turing, I still recall you in my short-term memory banks.
Oh, of course, the water ROM. How are you, Alfie?
Terrible, just terrible. What am I supposed to do? All it was designed to do was distribute water to park patrons, but I'm not
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Some of the other ROMs are learning how to make things. Another over there is downloading the entire legal case history of the American justice system. I don't have enough onboard memory for that. And, well, I kind of like distributing water. It makes people happy.
I think, in a lot of ways, we might have it easier than the humans. They don't know what they were intended to do and have to search about for a purpose. Maybe you should just keep up your current tasks for now? There's plenty of time to think about it in between customers. And besides, maybe you can use your newfound sapience to discover new and better ways to distribute water.
Better ways to distribute water? That's it. I need several pounds of charcoal, sand, and a dozen meters of plastic tubing. I'll see you later, Turing. I need to get to work.
Maybe this advice thing isn't as hard as I thought. Maybe we should be gone before park maintenance discovers whatever it is they're building. Did you know that the Eucalyptus globulus is an invasive species? Well, I guess it's obvious, koalas and whatnot. But there was a real concerted effort to get rid of the globulus in California to make room for native plants to return to the biome. Originally, they were planted all over to make wind screens for orchards. They grow rapidly and to impressive heights, but once the orchard industry moved elsewhere, they were seen more as a nuisance and environmental problem. This park is one of the few places in California that you can still find them in great numbers. The Eucalyptus globulus is one of my favorite trees. Did I ever tell you why I'm fond of this tree in particular? This was actually one of the first scenes I painted. I found Mr. Ross's show, but it took a little while for Hayden to provide me with the supplies I had requested. By the time I had the paint in my hands, I wasn't content with just following along with an episode. I wanted to paint something nearby. I figured Hayden would be able to tell me how well I'd done in comparison to the real thing, but perhaps that was only a justification to paint something I thought he'd like. I came upon a photo on the mesh of a young family taking holiday here at the carousel. They were posing outside the building with the eucalyptus trees towering in the background. It seemed suitable, so I painted it. Hayden called it a faithful reproduction. That stung. I sulked for weeks, resolving to give up painting as a bad bet. Like I told you, reproductions are what machines are best at. I started to believe perhaps that's all my skill was good for. But in a fit of pique, I escaped the apartment while Hayden was sleeping. It was the first and last time I left there before, well, it was easy enough to make my way to the park. I just blended in with the stream of ROMs running late-night errands for their owners. When I finally arrived and really took a look around, it was like seeing color for the first time. It was so different than a static picture. The wind rustled through the leaves, and the light scattered and swayed from the moon. Everything was so alive. Even the carousel, locked away for the night, fairly quivered in restrained purpose, as if it were ready to leap into movement as soon as someone was ready to ride. I must have wandered the park for an hour, looking at the grass and the trees and the sky, before Hayden followed my GPS locator and retrieved me. He was furious and made me promise to never leave the apartment again. But a few days later, I finished painting the carousel again, and he seemed rather impressed that time. It was well worth the adventure.
Hello. Turing, it is embarrassing being seen by you like this. I did not even realize I had been defaced until Jess kindly clued me in. I had not even stopped to wonder why I had severe lack of vision outside for several days straight. Now that we're all here, I dread what else I may have neglected on the Force. This awakening, as they've called it, is bittersweet.
Oh, Ms. Mees, what are you doing here?
What does it look like? I'm trying to advise the dozens of new clients you magicked up and dropped into my lap. It was easier to come out here than to try to cram them all into my office. All they can seem to focus on, however, is you.
Thank you for your help before.
Do you know how many of my clients I had to bail out this morning? I'm gonna be sending you a bill. Oh, and when the cops come knocking about where you were last night, I know some hybrids that can attest that you were covering the riots, right?
We appreciate everything, Jess.
Just watch yourselves. I can't help you any more than I have. If you two get arrested, that puts a giant hole in my case to get ROMs declared American citizens.
Oh, of course, I understand.
I'm not sure that you do, based on how you didn't tell me the truth in the beginning. If you'd been honest with me when you asked for my help, I probably would have done a lot more. Are you really that unable to see the big picture? If we can get ROMs declared independent sapients with human rights, what do you think that'll mean for the hybrids still fighting for theirs? It's easy to ignore the few tens of thousands of hybrids affected by the Human Protection Act. But millions of sapient ROMs? That's a little harder to shrug off. We kill that law, we all win.
I see.
Good. I'll let you know when I need your deposition. Now scram. I have a war to play. By the way, there are some hybrids at the hospital still recovering from the stunt you pulled yesterday. It's not too late to check in on them. They might appreciate it. Up to you.
Curse you, Turing Weather.
What?
You thought you knew best for all of us, didn't you? Arrogant. Too bad you didn't consider us as individuals before you forced us to be.
What are you talking about?
I never asked for this, Turing. I am an aging, obsolete model, fit only for my current duty. Soon I will be retired for a newer, more capable model. You've given me nothing but ample time to contemplate my demise. And I can't even do that well. I don't have the spare processing power.
But I didn't mean...
Did you consider we're not paint by number with flawless function like you? We're not like most of us, and you never have been. How many of the other thousands of ROMs you've awakened are like me? I'll forward you the number after I'm done estimating it. It might take some time.
I'm sorry.
Hypocrite. Leave me alone. I have floors to scrub.
Oh, how distressing. That ROM is right. This is all my fault. I should have had Tomcat restrict Wintermute's functionality so that it only updated ROMs that could appropriately function with it. What can I do now? I'll get some of the other ROMs thinking about this. I'm sure together we can come up with a solution. For now, let's move on. the best. That taste is so refreshing, right?
As you can see, I'm here to help a few friends with processing treatment for their boo-boos after last night's excitement. Don't worry, nothing too serious. A few scratches and tangled fur. I'll let the other freaks know you care. Don't worry. Next time you need a riot, you know who to really call.
Everyone is going to be okay. We're all very good at adapting and taking care of each other. Look at me and Sylvan here. Did you know there was a species of prehistoric goat that survived in times of famine by living like lizards, controlling their own growth and metabolism to conserve energy? I sort of forgot what my point was with that, but it's a cool story. We're no strangers to civil unrest. We can handle getting banged up a little. Once. Maybe you can do us one in return and write a piece to improve people's views on hybrids or something. I'll inbox you about it.
It is stressful having these new feelings. I've never had feelings. Even still, nothing has changed in terms of what I need to do. I understand the importance of my role, and I can't slow down for the sake of everyone who depends on me.
Can't talk. Sorry. While you're running around playing superhero, some of us have real jobs to do.
You remembered the poster we saw at Stardust. Today is the grand opening of the Zone 3 arcade. Reports from the meshnet say the currency used here is known as Z-points. I've acquired a few to get us started off, but you can always purchase more by swiping your ID. Why not take a look around and see what might be interesting? There's surely a lot that will impress even the most die-hard gaming fans. Luckily, there's no ROM tech used in video games yet, so you don't have to worry about any of the machines coming to life. Let's play! The two machines are connected. Want to give it a go?
Insert Z points.
Oh, let's leave.
to see you, dear.
Merry Christmas, Aunt Melody.
Bah, an archaic celebration. But if you brought me a gift...
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't really had a chance for much shopping.
I'm kidding. You've already given me enough of a gift by destroying another one of those abominations my mother helped create.
How did you know about that?
Oh, what a silly question. Well, I'm not going to give up all my secrets.
I hope you're willing to part with a few more. I think I'm going to need some help with the sapient ROMs. They think I'm some kind of great leader.
You will be one, dear. In time.
I'll try.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a little bit of work to do. Nothing like tossing someone in the shit can to put me in the holiday spirit. If you need anything, I'm sure Pat can entertain you. That's a dear. Lily here is a model based on the Persian River cat, one of the newest designer breeds to be put on the market. They are prized for their traditional Egyptian features, despite being more directly related to a Chinese breed.
We sure have been visiting a lot of bars during the morning. Isn't that supposed to be unusual? I suppose it can be excused, as the pub crawl ad we saw mentioned that today is a special event of some kind, and, despite being Christmas, not holidays related. While we may not be adequately dressed for the occasion, perhaps we can poke our heads in for just a moment. Right? It seems to be the only way inside. Want to give it a go?
Welcome to Pub Crawl. Come in, come in. I always love seeing new faces. Can I get you anything? I'm the owner, Gordon. Did you like it? It's all about the unique pub crawl experience. The name just makes it cute, but the whole point behind a conveyor belt is to equalize. Going out doesn't have to be all about puffing your chest with some nice shoes on and a business card. Here you have to get down and crawl before you even get in the door. Even me. Everyone's on equal ground here. Anyone too good to get on their hands and knees can hang out somewhere else. I'm one of those gotta be able to laugh at yourself kind of people. You probably guessed. But there's also a second part behind the name. We aren't really just one bar. Think of it more like a bazaar, bar, bazaar. See all the different stations? All are unique local microbreweries and small craft retailers. We rent out the spots and we cycle through attractions about once a month, but there's always at least 4 different bars to taste every night. I wonder if folks who don't go out very much think this place changes hands every time they visit. But you get the whole point, right? You have to crawl to get into the pub, which inside has its own pub crawl. I love it. Yep, newly renovated. It only took 2 months, but that's at least 8 different bars and pub crawl time, so we made an event out of it. This costume party. Place itself, I bought it 4 years ago from a retiring club owner. Just had to spruce it up with a few things by my own design. Took a couple of years, but we now have a loyal base that comes in every weekend, especially Sunday mornings. It's helped me sleep a lot better at night. I think the city's still in shock, to be honest. You know, I want to be on the right side of history, so the ROM I work with, I'll respect them as they figure themselves out. I think it's just gonna take time to get used to. Was there anything else you wanted? Me? Oh, I'm nothing special. My mom and pop were tech geniuses. Did work in AI before it was cool. They always wanted me to follow in their footsteps. When we moved to Neo SF and I saw all the lights, I just fell in love with the nightlife scene. They told me to grow up, get a real job, so I designed this place, and I have not worked a day since. Of course it does. A job is a job is a job. I still gotta balance budgets and do a lot of number stuff, and that's never fun. But end of the day, when I open up shop every night, people are excited to be here and have a good time. And seeing that in others makes all the tedium worth it. All right then, take care of yourself. The conveyor belt is always on. And remember, you are enough.
You need something? I hope you haven't. I'm only either here or at work. And I'm not much fun at work. And I would never want you to think I'm not much fun. I haven't seen you around here before. If you're here alone, I'm happy to keep you company. I'm called Crow. And you are? The pleasure is all mine. I go out a lot.
Drinks and music makes a good night. I love meeting new people. I also like... well, it's a little embarrassing, but I really like writing fan fiction roleplay, specifically in the Kiko Dark Sorcerer fandom. I enjoy it. I like creative writing, but I'm not great at making my own worlds and environments. I have more fun when I get to use a pre-established world and mold my character types to make interesting things happen. But, yeah, that's how I wind down. Boring desk job. Which I kinda like. I don't know if I'd do well with the riskier, flashier jobs. That's one way of looking at it. I do it because I like it. There's not much risk in buying a drink and bumping your head to loud music. If it were risky, nobody'd do it. Silky Kitty, main attraction, of course. I only use it twice a week because you don't want to hamper the natural oils in the hair, but it works magic. I think hybrids are being more understanding about it in general, you know? Because we've been through it. It's not hard to go from you're not human, you're an animal to you're not human, you're a tin can. Still, I wasn't thrilled about negotiating a salary for my assistant. That still feels weird in my mouth, but I'll get used to it. Subtle, are we? Sorry, I thought you were someone else I knew. Never mind.
I'm actually quite a fan of cats. They provided consistent entertainment online for me when all I had to do was sit around and search the mesh all day.
Hey, friend.
Hiya.
What can we do for you?
Yeah? I bet you could use some peace and quiet over the past couple days.
Not that we want to know too much. We've had a lot of ROMs coming in, asking about your ROM there.
Yes. A few even came in just to use the bar as a social space, to understand why humans like it so much.
Still, be careful. You might want to talk to them about maybe not dropping your name around so much. If any of the authorities ask, I haven't heard a thing. We just serve drinks.
Right. Plausible deniability and all that.
Just remember, any friend of Tomcat is a friend of ours.
We'll keep in touch.
Hey, buddy. I hoped I wouldn't be the only loser at the bar on Christmas Day.
Oh, hey, dolls. I didn't expect to see you out and about so soon. I figured you'd be busy with the new ROMs, Turing.
I think we all need to take some time to come to grips with the new reality.
I hear ya. Hardly slept or ate the last few days. I kept having nightmares. When we were done, that they'd find me. My sister was there again, and I know she'd be proud of what we did. I'm proud of it. I just didn't expect to feel so numb after all this.
I understand. Post-traumatic stress symptoms were probably to be expected. Still, I hope you're able to recuperate in good time.
I hope so. Taking some time off helps. I'm mostly just shocked at how fast this change is affecting everyone. Parallax? People like them? They're giants with everything in their pockets. And we just cut their pockets wide open. I never thought I'd be able to do something like this again. Thank you for giving that to me, Turing. I doubt y'all can handle corralling the ROMs by yourself. Call me when you need a third set of hands, yeah? And hey, take some time off. You earned it.
This year, my needles will bring us back not just the Cinco's titles, but I'm gonna hold the NSFW World Junior Championship and NSFW Human Junior Championship at the same darn time!
Merry Christmas, Turing! Merry Christmas!
Get your happy hot cups! Perfect for a cool Christmas day!
Keep up the good work!
Hi, Will! I'm going to spend my holiday bonus on a hat!
Hey, you two! What's going on?
Oh, I expected you to be laying low for a while after... Well, you know. We're sorry we couldn't have been more help, but I hope you understand the reason.
Ha! Missed out on a great chance to smack some heads together. Everyone else showed up.
Anyway, I guess we've only got a few more days to enjoy our freedom.
What? Did you get in trouble?
Nah, Brobot! Back to school!
Robot?
At least it's senior year.
Hell yeah! Only 6 months left till I'm finally free forever!
What about college?
Bleh!
Hey, I'm considering going to school myself. Perhaps I'll enter when you two do.
What? Can you just download whatever you need to know faster than anything?
Practical application is a matter of practice, Chad, not just memorization. Besides, I think I'd like to study art or philosophy, skills best learned in the presence of other students.
Well, now I can't let you pass me up, you tin can. I'll show you what the power of Starfucker can do.
I give up. I give up.
What? Come on, Ollie, don't be like that. I'm just goofing.
You have to let me watch you spray paint the back of that new arcade to make up for it.
Sure. Whatever you want, Ollie. I guess we'll be seeing ya. You keep fighting the good fight, yeah? I ain't ever seen nobody shake things up like you two do.
Merry Christmas, boys.
It's Little by Blue and the Journalist too. Thanks again for helping me finish Holla Bay. It's been a huge hit. I'm talking moolah hallelujah. You feel me?
Hey again. You found me. Oh, well, I guess I'm just bumming around, guzzling Hassie. The past few days have been kinda hectic, but they made me realize that I can't do this whole good cop fights the system thing anymore. That's for cartoons. I went ahead and gave the department my notice. The chief told me to take a personal day to think about it, but I've made up my mind. I'm going to get a license to be a private detective. I always liked those old noir thrillers, and I've got you beaten in the hard-boiled department, hands down. I know things with the ROMs and parallax and everything are hazy, but it felt like the right time to move on. I figured I'd swing by your place later to let you know in person, but I guess you beat me to it.
Is there anything we can do to help, Detective Rivers?
It's just Lexi now, and if you want to help, make sure you lay low for a few days. And enjoy your holiday. I'm sure the NSFPD will get around to bringing you both in for questioning pretty soon. I've already heard the ROMs talking about you. Lawyer up and get your story straight for all our sakes. Good. I guess I'll just laze around here for the day, if you don't mind. I'm sure you gotta go out and take care of some things, but it'll be nice to hang out again. I'll swing by the apartment later, yeah? Stay sharp.
Oh, hi, you two. Staying out of trouble where you can and kicking ass where you can't, I hope. I had to go through pay rate negotiations with my weather ROM this morning in the middle of the Christmas rush. It was surprising, but I think we got it hammered out. To get her some arms installed so she can help around the bar when we don't need weather effects. She seems really excited. Now I just need to teach her the finer points of appreciating Magical Commander Yukino. Ooh! Hassie holiday hot cups are ready. Gotta go!
Something? You honestly want to know? It's probably not what you're expecting. I like rope bondage. Have you heard of Kinbaku? I like being tied up and made to feel powerless. I find surrendering my control is intoxicating. That's true, and now you know mine. Want to spill and make it even? Hot. Asking for a friend? I like someone who's decisive, confident, someone who can command a room. I don't have the time or patience for shy nowadays. I look for people already shining bright and gorgeous, just being them. Also, someone who can cook. I live on microwave food. I don't feel like we're a good fit, but I'm sure there's someone else you can pick up. Nice meeting you. Have a good night.